Everything else was just, people's been feeling off. And if you're watching this, comment, have you been feeling off? Have you been feeling depressed, angry, sad, low motivation, beating yourself up, terror, really scared about money, maybe scared about, are you going to be okay? Scared about moving, scared about school starting back, just really lots of anxiety. Are you waking up with lots of anxiety? Are you experiencing lots of anxiety right now? Are you beating yourself up right now, like knowing you need to go do something, maybe forcing yourself to do something because you thought it used to make you feel good, but it turns out it fucking hurts your body or like it's blown up in your face? Welcome. So, I'm so excited to talk to you. So excited to tell you what's going on. This is called How to Feel Better Now. How to feel better motherfucking now and tap into sacred rage. Okay. Holy shit. And I was actually not going to share this anywhere. I was just going to put it on my podcast and I was just going to put it on like in my groups. But I was like, no. There's people out there that need to hear this that maybe never watched my shit, they didn't even know I had a podcast. So hi, it's me, Casey Ship here. But anyway, what do? I help women, not just any women, badass women, rebel-spirited women, women who don't need their daddy's permission to buy things. That's who I help. Those career women, corporate gals, business owners, just bad bitches, right? We like to think of ourselves as independent women instead of just little like, I just do all, I'm just a little woman kind of thing. And I used to have a picture actually right here that said, what is it? But mom, I am a rich man. Totally changed one girl's life. It was great. But anyway, I help those types of women. I help rebel-spirited women, goal-oriented, career women lose weight without doing cardio. That's like my marketing thing. I paid a lot of money. I paid like $120,000 for that marketing statement. And it's made me a lot. It's made me some millions. I'm not going to lie. It's made me some millions. It'll be like almost $4 million at the end of this year. So I will say that fucking line, just like Aerosmith will sing Sweet Emotion. I will say that fucking line. I help goal-oriented women lose weight without cardio every time. I'll get wet when I say it. I'm just fucking with y'all. But anyway, I do cuss a lot. So if you're going to get offended by that or me talking about sex, baby, it is not the time to listen. This is for my listeners. I'm very off color. I trigger a lot of people. My whole existence is like, who the fuck does she think she is? Oh my God, she said the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that. But I am a fresh breath of air to a lot of people. So I'm going to share with you, like I said, how to feel better now and tap into sacred rage. And today I have a live container program called the Millionaire Matrix. And what I do is I show women that's actually done a lot of the bro programs, paid for all the marketing programs, work with all the men, right? And we found ourselves kind of running a business that we felt like if we didn't operate that way, then we wouldn't make the money. Like we had to perform like daddy, like we have to do this to make the money. And a lot of us just don't like that because it just burns you out. You're running the play of someone else's play that worked, but sometimes it may not be in alignment or in line with your soul or your spirit, right? And so I found myself in a situation because of that. And terrified to change anything. And really it was learning how to trust myself and do what felt good to me. And in that I found a lot of success in business. And so I teach the energetics on business and marketing inside of the Millionaire Matrix. And I share a lot of things about what did work and what didn't work. And like today we went over, and this is why I'm doing this video today. Today we went over a lot of mental health stuff today. And by the way, if you want to know anything that I fucking sell or you want in our program, we've got masterminds, we have hormone doctors, we have all the things to go from where you're at now to life you've never even dreamed of having and dare to dream, but you can actually get to have it. CaseyShip.com/podcast offer. It's probably the best place to go to. But the girls got on there. It was all about mental health. One had a question about bringing people from her Pinterest to convert on her page. She has a pet product, but everything else was just, people's been feeling off. And if you're watching this, comment, have you been feeling off? Have you been feeling depressed, angry, sad, low motivation, beating yourself up, terror, really scared about money, maybe scared about, are you going to be okay? Scared about moving, scared about school starting back, just really lots of anxiety. Are you waking up with lots of anxiety? Are you experiencing lots of anxiety right now? Are you beating yourself up right now, like knowing you need to go do something, maybe forcing yourself to do something because you thought it used to make you feel good, but it turns out it fucking hurts your body or like it's blown up in your face? Welcome. So we cannot deny, and I know a lot of men sometimes follow me too as well, and a lot of men tend to make fun of women for being intuitive beings, but those men typically have a lot of wounded feminine mommy type issues anyway. So yeah, we're going to talk all about that. So men, if that makes you comfortable, girls talking about their feelings, highly recommend not listening to this because we don't need any more negative energy. Because this episode, we're going to be talking about the motherfuck energy of that, because it has made my girls sad, and it's made me sad, and that's not, it's just kind of no longer in the movie here, and it's okay to be sad, but we're going to just get into that. But anyway, if you've been feeling off, let us know so that other women don't feel alone, because that's number one in healing, is we feel like we just want to go away, we just want to be by ourselves, which is fine, you need solitude, but like trauma actually happens in solitary confinement almost. Like when you feel like nobody understands you, you feel like, is something wrong with me? Am I on the verge of having a psychotic break? Like, what's wrong? And when you see other people, especially successful people, say, hey, I've struggled with this, I understand how you feel, it makes you just not feel so bad. I posted a video last week of me just losing my shit crying Thursday in my mastermind, and I said, listen, y'all, I think I posted on here too and just showed a picture, but I did the video in mastermind. And they were like, thank you, because I've been sitting here beating myself up thinking what's wrong with me, and seeing that you go through it too. Like, thank you for being human. Right. And I did. I had a full exorcism session, meditation on Saturday, full on exorcism, like died, was reborn. This is why we're doing the Sacred Rage also. But anyway, we get on today in Millionaire Matrix, and that's what they want to talk about. People's kind of like, I don't know what's going on. And one girl said, I feel like I need to do more posts. I should show up more. I should do this more. And I said, hold on. Sounds like you are putting all these fucked up rules on yourself because everything was working great. She got the program. She's already got 11 clients. She didn't even have a business when she started. She went from like 3 to 11. She's killing it. And she's been on vacation. But to her, that's too easy. She comes from addiction, eating disorder. Like, and you would look at her on the outside, total gorgeous babe, got her shit together, in the nursing field, come from a like, happy family on the outside. Like, you'd never know all this stuff. But she had an eating disorder, and through our program was able to find herself and find home in herself and love herself and feed her and break that cycle, because it's just an addiction. That's all it is. Anytime we're addicted to our nervous systems, because this is what makes Hot Moms in my program work. We specialize, yes, in the hormones and reverse dieting and doing no cardio and helping the body heal, but really it's the nervous system. And the problem with nervous system stuff is that we get hung up in cycles. We get addicted to the way things were. For example, I was addicted. So I come from addicts of, and now you could be an addict to sex, scrolling, spending. It doesn't have to be like crack, okay? Open your minds here. So I come from the addicts where, yes, they were addicted to emotions, because nobody's ever addicted to the substance. It's addiction to the emotion, right? So I'll say that again. An alcoholic's not necessarily addicted to alcohol, yes, and sugar, but really it's to numb out. It's really so they don't feel those feelings, right? So the addiction is coming from control, wanting to control our environment and our things and how we feel so that we feel like we can do the things. So really it's just, that's where food and restriction and binging and women in their little control and me and weighing all my food, all that was at the height of my addiction and control. I needed to make sure this was in control because I felt so fucking out of control. But inside, if you ask me, I'm like, oh, I'm good. I've got my shit together. I'm real good, because this is what all successful people do. Like, yeah, okay. So really it's an addiction. And my parents, let's see, we've got alcohol. Poor mom, she's just like most women out there, just has gotten to a point where they just live for everybody else. All they do is stuff for their kids. They try to be a good wife. They try to be a good girl, and it just literally eats you alive. You turn into one of those women who drink wine every night, and you spend your summers going to Mexican restaurants and hanging out with other people who hate their fucking lives, and living for vacation and wishing you just kind of gotten okay with yeah. But then she got on opiates, and she got on like pain medication after a car wreck. And then that kind of, just very addictive personality. My dad, he was like nicotine. He was very addicted to nicotine. And he smoked a lot of weed. And he actually probably should have stayed on weed. But really, his addiction was more control. He was that wounded masculine to control everybody and everything. Yeah, lots of wounded stuff there, but we won't even go there. But anyway, so what happened is, and I'm going to give you the answer to it, why you're feeling bad, maybe, sort of, maybe it's not you. I'm just sharing like what's come through our programs. I got off the phone today with a VIP client, same thing she's going through, and she's a corporate gal, multiple 6 figures, runs the shit. I try to call her CEO. She don't want me to call her CEO, but like she's going through it. So it seems to be collective in my world, and I understand I attract like people, but maybe you can relate as well. And if we can help just one more person feel like you're not fucked up, there's nothing wrong, maybe try this on for size, and if it fits, then you'll feel better, and now we're happy, and now we're doing the things. Because here's the deal, all we want is to be happy, right? I mean, amen, comment, yes. I mean, really at the core, human beings, we just want to be happy. We just want to be happy, we just want to be happy. And feel good. That's it. Is that too much to ask, right? So here we go. Let's give this example. So the girl today was asking, like, should I post this or should I post that? All this. And I said, it sounds like you are putting these rules on yourself so that you stay in this fucked up mental place and struggle. And she's like, yeah, that's it. And she comes from addicts, right? And when I say addicts, also think about if you watched your mom struggle with weight growing up, if you watched your caregiver struggle with weight or anything with their bodies, I've seen it every time, almost every time. I'll get the daughter on the phone and I'm like, whoa, her struggle, she is just still running, trying so hard not to be her fat mom or her pissed off mom or her eating disorder dad and that was addicted to running marathons. You know what I'm saying? Like at the core, it's like most of us are still trying not to be our parents. We're still trying really hard not to be like our moms. And it's so sad. I talk to a lot of people and I'll say, did you get on medicine for that? Because they should have been on. Like half the people I talk to should be medicated for real. I had to take Adderall at one time, like, okay. And I needed it. But the people, and especially myself, I would go to get help and not want to take the medicine or something because I said, I come from addicts, man. I'd rather not. People that are terrified to eat something or not eat something or not take that or not have a good time because it may trigger that's inside of them because their parents are that way. And I'm here to tell you, you are not your parent. You are not your parents. I didn't want to have kids for like 10 years because I thought I was going to be like my mom. Even if people told me I was not. And I guess, and I'll say it to you, maybe try this on, but you're not your parents because, like, I'm not my mom because we're aware, right? The whole thing that we're aware, like, my mom wasn't aware that her mom was also a victim-ass, wounded pillhead that wanted to blame everybody for everything and thought everybody owed her something. My mom, she was still like an adult child. My mom went to her mom's house probably 4 times a week, and she was a grown-ass woman. Talked to her mom every day on the phone. Grown-ass woman. That's toxic enmeshment, okay? Call it for what it is. I'm going to trigger the fuck out of everybody except the ones that are like actually dipping their toes in this shit and know that it's enmeshment, toxic enmeshment. So most people walk around are like adult children, still trying to make mommy and daddy happy, still not fully choosing themselves, still trying to they're just still them. So until you realize you have to look at your parents and fully see it and go, hey, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want a better life or I want this. I'm not saying y'all are bad or anything. You can still love your parents wholeheartedly and be very appreciate them. But you get where I'm going here. So just the fact that you're aware of your parents' hang-ups, mom had lots of boyfriends around me and boy, that kind of whatever. So I need to make sure I go inward to find out why she felt so empty and needed external validation, right? Wow. Mom, oh man, I don't know if I'm alive. Mom drank too much. Instead of let me just not drink alcohol, let me find out why she was so sad and why she wanted to escape her life, right? So, you got to look at those things. So there you go. Just like weight. Instead of, I don't want to, be fat like my parents, so let me just restrict and do all these diets and not eat a lot, because clearly that's their problem was just food. It's not their problem. They have probably had an endocrine issue and tons of emotional abuse, and they felt deep shame. And this is where we're going to tap into some of the sacred rage and trigger warning, okay? For example, this girl today, she dives into work. I did too. Been workaholic before, man. She dives into work when she feels, I don't know, it's just her spiral. It's where she'll go if she's not careful. She finds a lot of worth in this. She's a woman who works with a lot of men, so she's constantly she feels like she has to prove herself. She runs a team, so she feels like she should have all the answers, right? And I go, okay, first of all, and this is causing her not to show up for herself, not to be able to relax, not to take care of herself. And that's where you got to look at it and go, damn. Same thing with me. I would get caught up in these cycles of anxiety, depression, and fear, and it would cause me not to do all this other stuff and miss on this. And you know how you get, you start missing your kids and you start missing your husband. You start like, what's going on with my life, right? Then you look and you're like, holy shit, this thing's got me fucked up, Anybody, y'all know how I'm feeling. I'm going to look at the comments after, but if I look at the comments now, we'll never get done with this fucking live. Who made you feel like you needed to be perfect, compared you to people, and was like, who did you think you needed to be a good little girl for so that you could get approval? And most of the time it's men, it's their daddies, so that you can be, I want to be a good little girl so daddy approves of me and I'm a good little girl, because we're still trying, like deep down, we don't want our dads to be mad at us or reject us. Oh my God. Holy shit, no. Same with our moms. Like, we want to be the best little girl. If she's comparing us to so-and-so like those other girls, we've got to, like, we're bad. We need to be like those other little girls so we can be loved, because if, we just need to be loved. So you get where I'm going here. So when you realize that, and she was like, totally. My mom was the comparison, and my dad he was like militant style, police force, be this way, don't get in trouble, make good grades. That's a lot of pressure on a kid. First of all, you're a cop. You're not some fucking Harvard grad, and most other people make way more money than cops. So why do you need to get good grades to get in to be a cop? Okay. Even now, I know first responders, don't come at me like that. They're great, but you could probably be a C student, guessing, I know a lot of cops, and most of them are crazy, thank God, because they got to go kick fuckers' doors in and shit. I'm not going to go do that. They got some balls. Cops are like really brave. They need bravery. They don't need to get fucking good grades, right? But maybe I'm wrong, and they need all A's, like, to get into Harvard to be a cop. You get where I'm going here? So, I get it, and our parents want the best for us, but really it's the parents have tons of shit, and their kids are a reflection on them. Well, I just want them to have a good life. What, like yours? No, I want them to have a better life than me. Then you have a better life, motherfuckers. Your kids will follow, So anyway, and this is where sacred rage is coming out, because I'm bringing mine, right? Because you need to feel that, because a lot of you feel it anyway. It's the only reason I'm talking about it. And so I said, so it sounds like to me, you need to tap into this. And women as a whole, we don't want to get mad. Like, getting mad is like, it may make people not like us. Good girls don't say that. Good girls don't do that. It may cause rejection. We're calm. We don't lose. You get it. But deep down, little kids know. And this girl, she knows her shit. She calls it like it is. Like, that's just her personality. And knowing her, I was like, you've been that little girl your whole life. And you knew that when they were telling you all this stuff, it legit was like, you couldn't speak up, because God almighty, I grew up in the South, baby, where they believed in beating your ass. Physical abuse labeled as love. Where if you talk back, you don't talk back. You're a fucking child. You are meant to be seen and not heard. Matter of fact, not even be seen, because your existence bothers me because I'm busy right now, and all I have to do is take care of you. You fucking piss me off. So really, it's like, why do they even have kids? I don't know. I guess we're supposed to be here. But you know what I'm saying? Come on. Oh. So getting angry, where I grew up, was like, you want to die? Like, legit. Do you want to die, Casey? Because if you want to die, you will talk back to your father. And if you really want to die, you'll get in his face. Like, you will be, possibly die. You possibly die. Terrified to speak back, talk back, to speak up, to do anything. So a lot of this girl was too. Same thing, right? I said, so it sounds to me like you need to go back, because that little girl has internalized all of this anger that she couldn't speak up. And then the things that she was judging outside of her, she's internalized this shame. And now she thinks she's fucking bad. And she thinks she is bad. And therefore she deserves punishment, and deserves to fucking starve herself, and deserves to be fucking fat. And she deserves to be poor. And she deserves to struggle. You see where I'm going here? That's when you internalize shame. Your relationship struggle. You fucking can't take care of yourself. You hate yourself, literally. Adrenal fatigue, right? So it sounds like to me, I said, you need to tell your husband you need 2 hours. And most women will say, I just want to go deep into a forest where nobody can see me or hear me and scream. Baby, it's sacred. Sacred rage, I'm telling you. And it's so much power, because I'm going to tell you why. But anyway, I told her, I said, you need to go in your house where nobody, can bother you, and go fucking off. I'm talking punch the fucking bed and you go off and act like your dad's there, right? And this isn't like, talking energetics, like you could put a barrier up and protect him and it's all out of love and it's just for you or whatever. But, holding it in and being afraid to speak up because you're going to hurt somebody, like literally why your thyroid's not fucking working right now. So probably should speak the fuck up. Okay. So go off. You get in there, and I've watched people, we do sometimes we've had those plant medicine journeys, and I watched a guy one time, he grew up in severe child abuse, and I saw him, and it was just beautiful. He was outside, and it was dark, we were in this canyon, and he was out there, and he was going, stupid motherfucker, just cussing him out. It sounded like two people were in a fight, and all this stuff, you're, okay, so I thought you were love and light. You can't have love and light if you don't have the contrast. So he was just going off, and it was so good. He was clearing so much because all that's been in his body, right? And this is the core, and this is where most of our shit comes from as a woman, right? Fear of speaking up, fear of being seen, all this shit. But anyway, I told her, I said, go off on your dad and probably be like, hey, small dick fuck, that's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna probably make more money than you and mom put together, so fuck off, dad. That's what you really wanted to say. Because if my kids come at me, literally, look, when my kids come at me with that much anger, well, they haven't, even 8, and he's got a mouth on him. But when my kids get angry at me, it means, whoa. Let's sit down. What did I do? Because if they're feeling like that towards me, it means I didn't see them and I didn't hear them, that they're not getting what they need right now, not more than a toy. My kid, no. If I see that my kids are that angry, man, that's not good. It means what happened? And then if it's about a toy or something, they still don't project out. That's just some toxic shit. But you know what I'm saying, okay? A parent that loves their child, that hears their child, sees their child as a human and not something that they fucking own like a little slave toy, is you want to hear how your kids feel about it, and it's not just what I say goes. Unless you want to be a shithead parent and be the reason why your kid needs so much therapy and all this shit, or if you don't ever want to see your grandkids, sure, be this way, whatever you want. But I told her she needs to do that. She needs to get it out, and when she's done, I said, you may have a sorrowful cry, you may cry better, that's even more release, you're going to feel better. And I said, and on the other side of anger is beautiful solutions. Let me tell you, anger is a gift. Say it with me. Anger is a gift. Oh, my shaman drum's here. That's what he's beating. I love that sound. All right. That is a sign that my drum showed up. That is a sign that it showed up when we were talking about sacred rage. Sacred rage. Okay. So she needs to go do that. I said, you may cry, you may do this, but it's out of your body. It's like Shrek says, better out than in. Okay? So the very thing that maybe you feel like you can't get this out, I'm telling you right now, you're good, baby. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay? So get this out. And depression, and see, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to die, right? And a lot of these women are saying, they feel ashamed of saying it, but they're like, I'm literally thinking, what's going on? What is my life doing? What am I doing, right? Depression is when our body has shut down so much that it's for safety, because if we do anything, we could put ourselves in a dangerous situation again. So depression's serving us, but it's no fun to be depressed. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't have any energy. Everything's doom and gloom. And then you get to sad, that's different. Sad and depression, but anger, Rage Against the Machine said it best. Anger is a gift, and it is. For many years, I operated out of anger. Everything I did was out of anger. And I saw a girl today post, she said, you can build a great business on anger and proving motherfuckers wrong and showing people, but it's only going to last about 1.5 years, and you're going to get chronically exhausted. And that's what I did. That was my whole first of my 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All anger-based, all trying to prove motherfuckers, prove to myself, prove, push, force, and dude, it wrecked me. Fucking wrecked my health. But that's how I created Hot Moms, because most women have gotten to that point where they're like, something's got to give, I'm doing all the right stuff, I can't lose weight, I have no energy, and I'm just in this cycle. And I'm like, come on over, I got you. We got the codes, come on. And we had that somatic approach, right? But where was I going? We've got getting that out. Oh, but anger is a gift, because if you will sit with anger shows you how to take up for yourself. It's like, hey, this is not okay and this is okay. It helps you set a boundary. So anger is great because it helps you set new boundaries out of love for yourself. This is never ever about like anyone else or fucking putting anybody out. This is for yourself. You know, I found Skip after a boyfriend issue because I had so much. I'm like, fuck this guy. I am not putting up with this shit. I will find a guy that's older that appreciates me for me. I'm done with this shit. And I manifested Skip. And I was thinking about, I probably should do another live because I got some juicy fucking details about clearing out some old relationship shit. Like my first fuck kind of thing. Like it's so good. But it's kind of sacred. So I may just post that with my people, but I kind of want to share it with you too. Oh my God, because I feel like it's going to help so many people. And it's so much fun to talk about. My sacral chakra is literally blowing up right now. It's amazing. But yeah, anger is such a gift. It can help you make really good decisions. It can help you just decide what you get to have in this life. I watched Sarah Blakely yesterday, and she said that, you know, Spanx girl, and she said what'd she say? Selling fax machines, and she went into her last fax machine office and had business cards ripped up in her face, people pouring drinks on her because she did cold calls. She said she gets in her car and kind of gets either pissed off or cries. I can't remember when it's on her Instagram. And she said, but then it hit her. She's like, what am I doing? This is not my movie. I'm going to create a new movie. Like she had enough. And so anger, sometimes you get enough. Not frustrated, like a little anger. So, you know, and make sure you get this anger out because it loves gallbladders and it loves my gallbladder. I remember when I first got into this stuff, I almost had to get my gallbladder removed, and it likes their the liver, and I've had a lot of enzymes in the past, things like that. So anger is related to the liver and the gallbladder and that victim mentality thing, victim whatever. And none of us, listen, I'm not saying you're a victim. We don't like to hear that, but at the end of the day, if this thing has you and you are you've internalized this shame and you're beating up on yourself and you don't have any energy, like happy days are coming, right? And sometimes we do, if we can get you angry enough to take action, that's what we're going to do. And sometimes women don't have enough energy, so we have to help them. We got to get their hormones healthy so they can have enough energy to take action. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have the energy and you don't have the motivation and stuff. Listen, if you can afford to work with us and get in, you know, we've got things, the challenge, that's not expensive, you know, and it's got hormones in there. Our mastermind, I mean, it's on sale now. Like, go check it out. Get in with people that can understand you and helps you, right? Because we need to do the hormones so we can get your energy up so that you can take action. But sacred rage, like, don't sleep on some sacred rage. I encourage you, the sweetest, kindest of the women, tap into that rage because it is your power. It is your power that you've always had that was taken from you. It's that disempowerment long ago. But I'm telling you right now, put it back in. Let's reinstall and just reinstall, man. Reinstall, sit with it. Make some decisions on what you're going to no longer tolerate and what you're going to do moving forward. Maybe it's making a change for your health. Maybe you're finally going to get that credit card out and pay for that program. Maybe you're finally going to get a new car. Maybe you're finally going to dump that guy or get with this guy or girl or what the fuck ever, right? Say no to that client, right? So I encourage you to do that. And like I said, this is on the podcast, the Hot Moms Lifestyle Podcast. Be sure to like, follow, and share and all that shit. Let me see what the comments are because I want to see what y'all be saying. Anger has fueled me on so many journeys. I've always been comfortable with anger than sadness. Yeah, because sadness means you're a weak little bitch. You know, that's usually women like that that's angry. They don't want to feel vulnerable because they think somebody's going to hurt them again. And we also specialize in helping that, increasing emotional intelligence because all of our emotions is our superpower. It really is. Our emotions are just amazing. And because like I said, you can run on anger for so long. And if you just got to just watch out, just watch out. Yeah, still not good to sue me. Hey, Jack Winder, been setting boundaries for people that I've had anger for the past 4 to 5 weeks and been speaking out exactly. Speak your mind. Yeah, and her world's changed. Absolutely. Thank you. My dad's a retired firefighter captain. This is so it. Yeah. Lots of self-care is needed. I'm trying to make some big changes in life. Metamorphosis is rough. Yes, it is. Yeah, highly recommend getting with us. I've been exhausted lately more than usual. Sam, so, okay, cosmic going on in the stars and stuff. You can't not look at that. I don't know if y'all watch the Schumann resonance. It has been off the chain. And even though they're like, oh, it's next to Russia and it's probably the whatever. Did y'all see that shit? Was it this month in July or last month? Bitch, it looked like DNA codes. I told y'all, though, I've been posting. I'm like, don't be a sleepyhead. There is a feminine uprising. There's divine feminine energies uprising, and it's been happening since January. And it's almost like the same switches or changes, what the fuck ever, that we had in 2012 when the Earth's frequency shifted. Same thing is happening now. For us to go to this next level, okay, in consciousness, happy, healthy, really creating our lives. A lot of us are 40, we're on the backside of our life. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's now. It's choosing now. It's getting your neurotransmitters good, getting your serotonin up, getting your fucking oxytocin, your good endorphins, your dopamine, getting these up in the most natural ways possible. You know, it's like Adderall. Do people really work better on Adderall? No, they're just fucking happy. It increases your dopamine. So get happy. Get happy. Your focus gets better. You make more money. You can do all the things. You see what I'm saying? So it's time to start looking into all this. It's safe. It's okay. But the things are changing, and I'm noticing people are going to stay in their shit, in their cycles. They're literally going to be walking dead. It's the zombies. They're going to be caught in the simulation, bitching about who's in office, being somebody's bitch, complaining about circumstance. Woe is me. I just don't have any money. Blah, blah, blah. Woe and cry, fucking cry. Or they're going to be the kind that looks at it and goes, I'm going to make a shift. I'm going to be the positive change. I'm not going to wait on things to be perfect. I'm not going to be a circumstantial bitch. I'm going to create the right circumstance because I am a creator. You know what I'm saying? It's a much different energy. And right now it's important that we get around people that's doing this, because if you don't, those fucking energies will suck you down. They will try to step on you and keep you down because you don't know your power, right? So you got to start right now looking around, you know, getting out of fucking any negative type, anybody that's not working on themselves, trying to focus on the positive, being happy, helping themselves, feeling better, do not deserve to be in your life. Okay, that's all. We're moving into the fall. Summer is coming to an end. School's about to start. Deep down, we know death is upon us. The fall, harvest. We know that death's upon us. So we're all feeling a collective grief. People are losing people right now just so the grief can, like, it's coming out like, please, I need you to feel me because there's these new frequencies here and you can't get me. I can't touch you if you have these lower frequencies. Some of that shit's got to be shaken out so I can come. I can be here. That's what's happening cosmically, okay, energetically. Going back to the physical, you know, physical earthly realm is how our bodies feel. Your body's hurting, fatigued, sadness, depression, anxieties, all of this shit, man. We need to tap into some rage. We need to tap into that sorrow, let it go, and choose the new. Choose the new, do the things that feel good. Do the things, we even sent out an email the other day, just had a good message. And those of you that own businesses, start sending out messages that literally light people up. You ain't trying to sell shit. What's something that you can tell them that day? They smell nice, their ass looks good. You see the work they're doing behind the scenes. Like, what's something that comes to you as a business owner that you can just put out there that's good in the world? This is how we're going to change the vibe. You feel me? Okay, good. Let me see what we have here. I don't know. I can't see anything. I wish I could see comments. I can only see comments on this one thing. I wish I could see it on my phone. Let me see if I can see it on my phone. And I'll hop off because I really want to talk to you about the relationship thing. I can't see it. I can't see it. Yeah, but if you have any questions, let me know because I'm on live right now. All right, Casey Ship. Here we go. Yes, let me see what it says. All right, Casey Ship. Watch me. No, it just says yes. Yes. The peeps on yeah, the people on my athlete page. Yeah, so you're going to get what you give. Remember that. If you want our help, so that you're not in this alone, so that you have answers, so that you're not stumbling and fucking all this shit and spending more money because things are teaching you to go outside of yourself. I'm so, it's you know, I'm so over buying the things that suck me in. It's like, you just need to learn how to say it this way, or you just need to think, here's the way I do the thing. Just get fucking happy, man. Get fucking happy. Just get fucking happy. Do whatever you can to get happy. And if that means sitting with your rage, sitting with your sadness, sitting with your pain, and then quickly shifting out of it because you're making these big, drastic shifts. And look, maybe you need to book a therapist. Maybe you need to hire a life coach. Maybe you need somebody. You need somebody in your corner, you know? You need somebody in your corner. But you also need to get some energy. And if you would like help getting your hormones fixed, I got you. I got you. Especially those of you menopausal, going through quarter life crisis or midlife crisis, after babies, big changes, big moves, new jobs, anything like that that's shaking your world up a little bit. Get in now, learn how to regulate your nervous system and end that addiction cycle of being addicted to the chaos, right? And learning how to make friends with this new life. And it does take some time. I mean, I'm still learning. I've been doing this for years. So there's that. Go to caseyshipp.com/apply and apply. You can book a call, and I'll see you soon.